What if the one thing you've been avoiding your entire life is the only thing that could save you? This is the story of a young man who lost everything, hope, direction, even himself, until one stranger revealed a truth so powerful, it changed his entire life in a single evening. And once you hear it, you'll never see your own life the same way again. His name was Liam Carter, 23, bright, capable, but exhausted from life in a way most people his age never admitted. He had left his small town in Tennessee months earlier with a dream one he believed in more than anything. But dreams, he learned, didn't always care how badly you wanted them. They demanded more. And when he failed to meet those demands, life shut its doors on him one by one. That evening, Liam came to the countryside fields, hoping the silence would help him breathe again. He sat on an old wooden fence, staring at the fading sunlight, wondering how everything had gone so wrong. He had lost money, lost opportunities, even lost friends. But the hardest loss was his confidence. The belief that he could shape his life. That belief had slipped through his fingers. As he sat there, he heard a slow, rhythmic tapping on the dirt road behind him. Tap, tap, tap. Liam turned his head and saw an elderly man walking with a wooden cane. The man had white hair, calm eyes, and an aura that felt strangely grounding, like someone who had lived enough life to understand things most people never would. The man approached with a soft smile. "You look like someone who's been fighting battles no one else can see," he said gently. Liam didn't respond, only nodded and turned back to the sunset. "Mind if I sit?" the man asked. "It's a public fence," Liam muttered. The old man chuckled and eased himself onto the rail beside him. For a while, they sat silently. Only the sound of the wind filled the air. Then the old man asked, "Tell me, son, when was the last time you were truly proud of yourself?" Liam felt his throat tighten. "I don't know," he whispered. "Maybe never." The man nodded slowly. "Then maybe it's time you learn the one thing that makes a man truly proud." Liam looked at him, confused. "What's that?" "Discipline," the old man said softly. The word struck Liam like a stone. Discipline? He thought of strict rules, waking up early, pushing yourself until you're exhausted. It didn't sound like freedom. "It just sounds like rules," he argued. The old man smiled. "No, son. Rules control you. Discipline frees you. Rules tell you what to do when someone's watching. Discipline tells you what to do when no one is." Liam didn't want to admit it, but something in those words hit him deeply. "You said you lost everything," the man continued. "Tell me, what did you really lose?" Liam swallowed hard. "My chance, my dream. I tried to start a small business in Colorado. I worked for months. Everything collapsed. I failed, and now I feel like I'm just surviving." The man's expression softened. "Do you know what's worse than failing?" Liam hesitated. "What?" "Living without trying again." The words hung in the air like a weight. Heavy, but true. Liam wanted to argue. He wanted to say, life wasn't fair. But deep inside, he knew the man was right. The old man leaned forward slightly. "You think discipline means working hard or waking up early, but that's not it at all. Discipline is keeping the promises you make to yourself." Liam's heart tightened. Promises to himself, he hadn't kept many of those. The old man rested both hands on his cane. "You can't control the world, son, but you can control yourself, and that's where real power begins." Liam finally asked, "Why are you telling me all this?" The elderly man took a deep breath, the kind filled with years of memory. "Because once," he paused, "I was you." Liam's eyes widened. "I lost everything, my job, my marriage, my hope. I hit the bottom so hard I didn't think I'd ever rise again. But discipline rebuilt me. Not overnight, not in a week, but step by step." Liam looked at him with new eyes that finally understood this wasn't just advice. This was survival. The sun dipped completely behind the hills, leaving only a sliver of golden light. Two strangers sat in silence, one filled with regret, the other with wisdom. The next morning, Liam found himself walking toward the same field before sunrise. A part of him wasn't sure why he came back. Maybe hope, maybe desperation, maybe both. The old man whose name Liam learned was Rowan Pierce was already there, leaning on his cane, watching the horizon. "You came early," Rowan said. "I thought about what you told me," Liam replied quietly. Good, Rowan said, but thinking changes nothing. Discipline requires action. He pointed toward a small patch of land behind the fence. This field is yours today. You will work from sunrise to sunset. No distractions, no excuses, just effort. Liam blinked. That's it? Just work? That's it, Rowan nodded. Discipline is built in small steps repeated every day. You want your life to change? Begin with a single day of obedience to your own promise. Liam hesitated, fear tugging at him, but Rowan's gaze held him steady. All right, he said, I'll try. No, Rowan replied, you will do. And so, the day began. The morning air was cold. Liam's hands grew sore quickly. His back ached, his knees protested, and his mind screamed to stop. But every time he slowed down, Rowan's words returned. Discipline is freedom. Keep your promises to yourself. Step by step. Hours dragged on. The work was simple. Level the soil, remove weeds, arrange the ground, but the real battle was inside him. By evening, the patch of land looked completely transformed. Neat, clear, organized, a reflection of effort, not talent. Rowan approached, smiling softly. See what happens when you don't give up? Liam felt something he hadn't felt in a long time, pride. Not pride because he succeeded, pride because he didn't quit. Rowan said, discipline isn't punishment, Liam, it's love for your future self. The words sank deep into Liam's heart. The next day, Liam returned even earlier. And the day after that, something inside him had shifted. He felt steady, focused. He felt in control again. Rowan watched him with a quiet smile. This is what discipline does, he said. It turns lost men into leaders. It turns doubt into power. And we do a. Liam looked to the sunrise, his heart calm. I get it now. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Exactly, Rowan said. The world won't hand you what you want. You take it with discipline. Liam nodded slowly. The fear that once ruled him now felt much smaller. The hopelessness he carried like a weight had started to lift. Thank you, Liam whispered. Rowan tapped his shoulder gently. Remember, son, your life is built by the small choices you make every day. Keep choosing discipline. Weeks later, Liam stood alone in the same field, sunlight warming his face. He breathed deeply, realizing something profound. He might fail again. He might fall again, but now he had something stronger than fear or luck. He had himself, and that was enough. Because discipline had given him back the most important thing. He had lost his belief that he could rise again.